this is Lee, and I'm embellishing one of my gallery wrapped canvases. It's beautiful, 16 by 19 or 16 by 20 inch canvas. I wasn't that crazy about the outcome, so I'm putting grapes with grapevines on it, and right now I've got the vines and I'm going to put some leaves on, and I thought I'd just give you some viewing of some details. So this is how it looks before I started embellishing it, and it's just going to start having changes, and I'll just periodically give you an update on how things are going, how they're progressing, otherwise it would take too long. Thank you. So I've started painting branches. This is going to be a grapevine, and if you can see, there's two birds right here. There's one here and one here. It's got its little beak here. There's also this amazing eye right here. I just am so impressed with it. I'm going to try not to cover it up. What I'm going to do right now is just put some leaves on it, and I want the leaves to be folding over, and so one of them is just going to be like off a little bit of the center and just be like coming over this, and so putting paint on now allows me to incorporate it later, and it doesn't matter what's underneath. In fact, it helps me to get some of that white underneath, so I can make the shape of the leaf. You can hear Dolly behind me. She wants me to throw the ball. So this is one of the biggest leaves that we'll have on the canvas, and so it's just making it kind of symmetrical and yet not. And come back out. This is the center of it. I don't know if the light is like glaring right where I'm trying to paint. There we go. So this side is going to be more consistent and come to a point. Take some of this. Like I said, the white can help be able to make the layering of the paint be less complicated. So that's one of the big leaves that I think I want to have, where it comes. So it's going to kind of like flow like that, and have the lines coming out. Okay, so then another leaf. It would be nice to have a smaller one that's like folded over. I have to be careful. I have a signature here. I want to be able to go right over the top, like right here in the leaf tip. So the back of the leaf, basically see better. Flips up, but that'll be later on. We'll flip it up. This part here comes up, and then we have the back of the back portion of the leaf will be like that. And then, so this is like half of the leaf. This is where the center is. The stem will come up, or we may not even see the stem. And then this will come up and go like that later on. We won't worry about it right now, though. So that's another leaf. They've got this nice little pattern to them, where very much like what a fall leaf is. I go out right now and I see them on my berries. They look very similar, but they're The berry leaves are much smaller. All right, so again, this would be like the spine, the leaf, the bigger part, the more massive part. All right, come back later and check it out. Okay, so I've added a little bit to this. I've put on some of the, let's see if I can get some better light in here. I put on some of the greens and made some more branches. So the leaf, this has more detail in it right here. This one's he's starting to have it, and then the grapes just have basically where they're going to be, and then these are starting to have some depth to it. There are 5 clusters, yet it doesn't look very, like the composition isn't correct. There needs to be some grapes here, so maybe I need to have 2 smaller clusters so I have an odd number. It's not good for me to have an odd number, I like that better. And then these aren't showing, but they're up there. Yeah. This leaf needs to have more work on it. It's not finished, but it's definitely been worked on more than the others that are just there to have, like the paint to be able to have some, like here, I know where the grapes will go, and they come off down to the side, right there. So yeah, it doesn't look like much right now. We still have the 2 birds. It will look better as we go, I hope. It's fun. Okay, so this is how the picture is coming along. Let's see if I can give you a better look without a glare. So I'm gonna show you how I highlighted the grapes. I've got one cluster that isn't really that well done, and I'm still doing the leaves. So we'll go ahead and put you down, and let's get this tripod situated. Okay, so I was working on the leaves. I was working on this leaf right here actually, and I decided to make these 2 separate leaves and make this leaf be one, and so I need to go in and put some darker spots here and here to make the leaf look like a grape leaf. I'm gonna just put some spots that would be where the indent of the leaf would be, and then I'll go back and figure out how to help the background a grape leaf has a big indent, and then the stem. So I had the indent here, but we're going to make it completely separate leaf. So I need my favorite brush right here. Let's see if you can see it. The hairs are nice and long, and it's very, very nice to be able to see if you can see me do this. You can make long strokes, brush strokes, and not have to worry about the brush moving too much because of the hairs being so long. It adjusts to the movement. So in this case, like the veins, want to come from the base where this would be, and Right now it's super thin. As far as the grapes go, I've got a little container here that I used. I can't remember. Oh, I did my tree with this. So I put some white in it, and these are upside down. Whoops. But I still can highlight them more. See if I can get the glare off. There we go. So these have more lighting than this, so I haven't came back and put the lighting in. So I'm going to just go in here and touch up some of these by getting my paintbrush a little bit wet. And then I use the lighter color and then bring the darker color into it. As these are very dark grapes. Oh. And the sun, or the light, is coming from this direction, so we want all of the grapes to have the same light hitting in the same direction. Yet there's always going to be other light and reflections from other places. So I'm just going in there and highlighting. So this side, these guys will have it on the other side since the light wouldn't be able to hit them. And the ones that are pretty much like in the forefront can be one solid circle. Be able to see the whole thing. And we'll come back and put some more white in. This will dry really quickly. And while that one is drying, we'll move over to this one. And this one is, like I said, a solid one, but it's at the bottom, so we're only going to do parts of it. This is a full one. This one's a part. So I want to use the left side of my brush to cut into the left side of the circles, or the round part. And if I get too much of a light color, just add a little bit of water to it and darken it up. Right now I've got dioxazine purple in here with some white. And I'm just using Artist Loft white right now. I'll go back with my final layer of highlighting with Titanium White by Winsor & Newton. It's too much white right now to use, too powerful. So I've taken some of what I had away. So as you can see, they're darker now than they had been, only because I'm layering it. I'm trying to give it depth. So the outside of the ball, or the grape, is hidden, except for when the sun hits it. And then taking the white, moving it into it, just while it's still wet, use the color I have on the brush, both sides, and then go back and pretty much kind of blend in the light part so that there's a bigger area of highlight. It's layering the depth. And I also don't want it to be really smooth. I want kind of like a chunky look. So I'll get the brush strokes to be kind of where you can kind of see it. Bring in the white again. And this time make it like a little box, a little square I mean, on each one. The more I move towards the right, the more I move the light to the right. Since the sun can't get over there, we're getting other light from there. Light is coming from somewhere else. All right, so that's more like it. And then this leaf has been darkened a lot, and so I'm going to use the same white and highlight some of the grape leaves just on the very tips. You can hear Dolly eating. So some of these, right as the leaf is turning, it's going to have more of the sun hitting it. I'm going to do that just occasionally rather than consistently. I don't know if you can see those marks I made. I would hope so. Same with here. The branches on a grape is that they're very papery type strings coming off it. So I'm gonna make this white really thin, and then I'm gonna add, I've got burnt umber and some, what is my Winsor and Newton brown here, raw umber, Mars black, and raw umber. Okay, so bring it in there, and I want it to be light enough so it shows against the purple background, and a little bit darker than the top of the branch. So I'm just gonna get some other colors here, make some lines. Nice spot right here for some nice lines to come out. It goes in different directions, and I made a mistake of petting my dog earlier, Jerry, our German Shepherd puppy, and he had so much hair on him. He ends up getting hair all over. Okay, so I think that's enough for now. I'll let you stop. Okay, so here's some of the leaves gotten a little bit more detailed, and I'm gonna finish up some of them up there, and then the vine is looking better as well. The whole picture is coming together. Keep me posted. Okay, so I've made some progress since the last time I took the picture. Tried to get most of the leaves completely finished, and I've got some stems going here. So now I thought I would go ahead and you know, they've got some curly pieces of branch. I've made the green thinner, and I have my long brush, a lot of long hairs, and I'm going to see if you can see this. I'm gonna be able to wrap around and make those curly cues that's on the vines. They actually like try to attach to something as like secure when they're growing. So I'm just highlighting my vines that are connected to the grape, and I'm going to come off of one right here, swirl it around, and then make one big loop here with a little bit of dark since it's got the brown behind it. And this branch goes to this leaf, and then we'll come down here and go like that. From here, I think, make the little loops. The same with this one. Now, this one might need to be a little darker because the background is lighter. And I think I'm going to have this stem go like that. It looks like it's coming out here. And yeah, I think I'll make a little loop like that. And just add a little bit of green into the light so it's got a little thickness and can go right where that white is and still be seen. And then get dark in the actual grape. Same with here and here. It's not so obvious. And then we need to make some up here as well. I'll bring one down here, right from. I'll go down here, come out here, and then this branch is a little thick, so I'm going to add a little corkscrew here. Onto it. And I think that's enough, showing you how I'm doing the little corkscrews. So this right here, it's pretty much getting full, more green, and we'll wrap that up. All right, thank you. So this is the actual pour prior to embellishing. So this is just a little close-up of some of the little curlies that we've done, and the leaves that are finished. The grapes also finished. The grapes go down, wrap around the side. So there's a stem. Okay, I just put some of the highlights from amethyst from the purple, and some teal and charcoal on the green, and then I put some charcoal basically on some of the branches on the bottom. That's metallic, and gold I used to make the vines as well. And I think that's enough. I think I'm done with the picture. And I think if I take some of the lighting away, there won't be so much glare from the there. That's better. That's the whole thing. So it's different than paint pouring. All right. Thank you again.